Hello, and welcome to the Xbox Nord podcast, episode number 27. This is the number where we all die. We stop becoming relevant. Whatever we did that was really good, this is the episode where we go, okay, this is the height of what we will do, and we're about to die,
Wow.
But, yeah.
Well, you sound like you're about to die, so.
Yeah, well, I'm doing good. I'm good.
You got
this
that
week,
bass to your voice.
Well, this is all it's going to be, Boop. Okay.
Thank God you don't have COVID, so you're feeling.
No, I don't. It was a negative, so that's good. But now it's just a flu. So, but
Yeah.
it's good enough for me to be like, let's still record anyway. If I pass out, you guys take over, and you guys call the hospital. Or you call my mom to tell her. I don't know. Do one of those.
I don't know. You just sleep.
We'll just call your mom.
Yeah, just call my mom.
If she doesn't pick it up, we'll just continue.
Yeah. This week we are talking about Halo Game Pass Ultimate, something called Clarity Boost. I don't know what that is, and Game Awards. It's going to be a nice, a nice episode because this is close towards the end of December. I'm pretty happy about it, Yeah.
More so the end of the year, beginning of December.
That's actually exactly.
That's what you meant.
That's exactly what I meant. Yes, I am Andrew Ravindran, back here as my bye usually breaks in between when I am here, but I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be with my boys.
Just okay with everything?
Oh man, yeah, I'm okay as I can be. Right, I'm on a high. Right.
You said we're gonna die after this.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Can I have all your games after? Oh, right. We all have Game Pass. Right. Fuck. Oh, my God. What's the point?
We all have the same games.
Yeah. With me, as always, my two dads, Joshua James and Dan Robertson. Josh, let me start with you. How you doing, man? How's it going? What's going on?
Well, I survived the Black Friday weekend, and what a Black Friday weekend it was. I was exhausted. Had also a little girl's birthday, 2-year-old birthday, so we survived that. She had a great time, fun times with the family. So glad that's over with, and now we can get into the holiday season. Got all the Christmas decorations up, as you can see. But yeah, everything's good, playing a lot of Halo. Just a lot of Halo. And like 20 matches just to get one thing done, kind of.
Yeah. Well, not anymore soon, but yeah.
Yeah. Thank God that was we got that one mission done, but no, just really enjoying Halo at this time. Still going through a couple other games as well. Need to finish It Takes Two with the wife.
Yeah.
But the last week has just been so crazy busy, so if you notice, our last week's episode was up in the afternoon instead of right in the morning. That's how scatterbrained I was. So I do apologize for that. That won't happen this week for sure. Things are, like I said, winding, but
good.
Things are good. Things are really good.
Nice. I was gonna say it's like. It's funny when you uploaded it because I didn't notice it because I don't wake up till 2 or 3 p.m. So when you were saying all this stuff, I was like, yeah, oh my God.
Yeah,
I was just like, terrible.
I didn't get a message from any of you guys.
I am sorry about that, guys. I usually Friday I sleep in.
We're busy.
Christmas is
kids, you.
Yeah. Yeah. Life, boys. We're not kids anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, going to another dad, Dan Robertson. Dan, digging the red look going on. You look like a beautiful elf man, an Alvin.
Yeah. Hopefully not a red shirt because we know those guys don't live very long. But we've got till the end of this episode at least.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That chandelier will finally come and get you.
They'll finally collapse on me.
Yeah, I do like the fact that one of you is blue and the other one's red. You know what I mean? Because it's
almost like our Halo.
Yeah.
Our Halo team, right?
Yeah. But yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, not doing too much. Played a little bit of Halo with you guys. I've been trying to catch up a little bit on that, but I'm always a little busy trying to catch up on TV shows too. Got so many on the go, I got to try and catch up on a few of them. But I played a little bit of Cyberpunk 2077, just every here and there, because I've been slowly chipping away at it on my PC every once in a while, just running around. I've been enjoying the samurai sword and everything that they've got in that game. And I've got a copy for my Series X that I'm waiting for the Series X version of to hopefully come out. But it's due 2022, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it's good.
I hope so.
I hope they really rework things when they implement the expansion in that and really flush out what they're trying to do, because I hear it's a good game. So
and they said they were dialing back a little bit on some of their other focus, just trying to fix bugs and stuff, and they're going to work on the expansion and everything for that. We'll see how that goes, and hopefully it's a decent one, and I can try that out on the new console. Because my gaming computer is pretty decent, but it's still, I don't have ray tracing or too much or anything on that right now. So I'm waiting for the Series X version. I'm hoping to see kind of what that's going on with.
Well, that's the nice thing about console gaming is especially if they focus on the console version, what this sounds like they are. Yeah, they can really try and give you at least the best experience possible on that hardware, because it's it's not I find PC gaming is very roll of the dice. Does he have this CPU mixed with this GPU? What kind of RAM do you have? What kind of motherboard are you working with? It runs the gamut. And then you have other companies like Alienware or people who make custom rigs, and it's a custom built motherboard, and there's just so many variables and stuff like that. It's cheap parts provided and whatnot. So
it's funny.
It's pretty hard to get what I could get out of mine, but it's very a mishmash of what I found on sale at the time.
Yeah. It's funny you were just saying that, because secretly I'm that's why I just want the Series X to be more like a PC. I just want us to have there's more integration of PC elements, because PC gaming is just so expensive. Just a PC tower is expensive.
With that Edge browser now.
It is. And there's a PC.
And so many programs are cloud based. You can pretty much do all that stuff. They
Windows
just need
11's
to fix
heading that way too.
They just need to fix when you're using it with a keyboard that the on-screen keyboard would stop showing up. That'd be nice.
Yeah. What games you been playing, Dan? You were saying besides Cyberpunk, but I've been seeing you killing with Fire and all the other stuff. You've been playing all the other.
Kill It With Fire. My kids have been playing Spyro and everything, and a few other games. So yeah, it's been fun. I've been trying to chip away and get through all my other smaller games that I got. I finally beat Superland, and I still haven't 100% of that or anything, but I finally got to the end of the storyline and everything, so that was cool. It was actually a really fun game. I found it kind of addicting, and the hardest part was anytime I did play it, my youngest always wants to do co-pilot with me, and she finds the coins for me, and I gotta grab everything else, and it was hard to focus on the puzzles sometimes, because she's like, "Daddy, stop, the coins."
Nice.
Go get the coins. Why can't you get the coins? I'm like, it's so
good.
Cute though.
That's fun. Amazing. Yeah.
I technically don't need the coins to beat the game.
But it's an objective that this kid wants, which is good.
Oh yeah. Good. She's just sidelining me, because I'm like, all right, I have to do this, to do this, to do this. I'm trying to figure out the whole puzzle to how to get to the next step, and then she's just like, no, get the coins, Daddy. There's coins over there. You got to figure out that first. Damn. Okay.
Awesome. It's beautiful.
What about yourself?
You know what? Sadly, playing way too much Halo Infinite. I'm almost at level 30 right now.
Yeah, you're going hard.
I mean, I've been waiting for that game for too long. But I am also secretly getting tired of it, because I'm almost done the challenges. I only have 2 challenges for this week. The one that just came out, that got renewed very recently after Fracture. Literally have only 2 more challenges. But other than that, I'm obviously battling the flu, so been homebound. Got a COVID test. Came out negative, which...
Halo.
Yeah, so just when, resting home. Watching Arcane because of both of you, telling me about it, getting really into it. I think I'm at halfway through the season. God, it's a good show. And I don't like League of Legends. I don't even know anything about League of Legends. And here's the thing. I don't think I'm even going to play League of Legends after this, but I would want to see a season 2 of Arcane.
It might be like it's one of the greatest animated things ever made, period.
Yeah. But you know what isn't a great animated thing? Well, actually a live action version of something that just released also on Netflix, the new Cowboy Bebop. It's not very good. Have you guys seen it?
I started watching it. I didn't mind it so far, but I've only gotten a couple episodes in.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say this. It's okay, but compared to that anime, which is like one of my favorite animes of all time, it's no, I don't know. It's very unoriginal because it's a lot of rehash of the animated episodes. So
okay, my issue with it is they're trying to go for this like noir kind of cheesy style, like the anime, but the anime is not like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I find it would have been really cool if this was maybe Robert Rodriguez, like the people who did like Sin City.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the kind of approach, that's the kind of feel they want to get out of it. But
yeah,
where Sin City did it right, this doesn't do it. Like,
yeah, that's exactly it. Here's the thing: the production design.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about like art style or anything. I'm talking about like
great production
like,
design, all that stuff. Yeah,
yeah, like
it's funny. You just said it. Tone. That's the problem. It felt a little bit oddly toned. That was it. Because the original anime series, when it got serious, it got really, really cool. And then when it was just being funny, you were just laughing. And the music. I used to play blues when I was a kid and I was in high school, so I just love the music of it. It's just
the soundtrack on there is amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like they needed, and it needed like a layer on top of it, like a CGI kind of extra layer, because when you're seeing some shots and it's just like this, like clearly like set, like on a green screen set, it just doesn't look right. I feel like they needed to put like a CGI, like borrow from films like 300 or like I was saying, Sin City. It needed to have like something extra on it, besides just what they used, because what they used, it just didn't look good.
Yeah,
it looked cheesy. It just didn't look right. I don't know.
I mean, I'll give it. I will still finish it. I do one of those things where I'm just like, I'll give it a go because I do like it. But I'm definitely in my head going like, let me finish Arcane. I'd rather just finish Arcane. But I also finished Invincible. I don't know if you guys seen that before.
Right.
Love that show.
So good.
That's amazing. Came out of nowhere in my head.
And did you finish it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, man. When his dad like takes him and smashes him through the entire subway, and he's just like look at these people. These people are worthless, and he just like starts murdering people with him. Like, man, the psychological trauma that character goes through, and just like from what his dad just puts him through alone. Yeah. And then when he says like the realization, he's like, "Do you even love our mom?" And he's just like, she's like.
Or like a
blip in my life, like and then that just like
he's like, I've been alive for so long.
Great just like all I could say is like just a great show, but like perfect casting for J.K. Simmons, who's like a really great veteran character actor. A friend of mine is working with them on an upcoming like Lovecraftian picture that's coming up, and they say nothing but great stuff about him. They just say
also he started filming Batgirl.
Yeah, I heard about that. He's a great actor. Like, I'm just happy for whichever and all that stuff. But
and he's going to be in No Way Home too.
Really?
I think.
Oh, right, as Jameson again.
J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah.
Because they couldn't, like, who was going to replace that? If I'm going to be honest with you, who was going to replace that Jameson character?
Right. And man, I watched the new Venom movie too, like Let There Be Carnage, and the after credit scene relates to that movie too. So
Okay.
I'm excited to see what they do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll watch that movie. I liked. I went to see a private screening of it before it came out. We had like a friend of mine and got me tickets to it, and I was like, you know what? This movie's going to be good, even though it's probably not going to be like for everybody's cup of tea. It was going to be kind of like a thing. So I'll definitely see Let There Be Carnage, whichever it is.
Yeah.
It's good. I like the Sony films.
I
I like the Sony Marvel films a lot more than the Marvel films. It might be me, but I think I kind of really like the Sony, especially the new Sony Marvel films more. They might be a little bit more entertaining. They're still not perfect, but
I found like the major Marvel movies and everything started to just like hit a pattern and start repeating it. And I know they were doing their big arc and everything, and they'll have to figure out what they're doing after this. But yeah, it was always a lot more separate. Like a lot of the main Marvel movies in that whole series just kind of felt like cookie cutter, kind of one after the other after a little while.
Also, I don't know, man, after watching Shang-Chi, that movie like
Shang-Chi was awesome.
Man, that movie goes so anime at the end. I love that movie so much.
I will give that movie a shot. I secretly want to watch it in IMAX.
It's on Disney Plus in IMAX.
But I want to watch it on an IMAX screen.
That's TV over there. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. This is a 4K TV. We'll see. Yeah, that's true. But you know what?
Do you have Disney Plus?
I do have Disney Plus, but I have barely been using Disney Plus.
Good reason to jump on and watch Shang-Chi. It's
that's true. Right now. That's true. I usually, the thing for Disney Plus is I like it, but I kind of want all the episodes of all their stuff because like all their Marvel shows, like I end up hating their whole little weekly thing that they keep doing, even with the Mandalorian that they were doing. I'm always like,
the one thing I found was I actually don't mind it too much. Just because, we started watching, Hawkeye and stuff, but it gives us time throughout the week to watch other shows and catch up on some other things while I'm still getting, piece by piece of that and have something to look forward to every week.
Maybe it is kind of better because maybe it's more good for, the family-focused guys, but I guess the single lonely man who just watches nonstop.
I want to put my kids through waiting like I had to do when I was a child.
Yeah, that's true. I totally forgot that was a thing for all of us.
You got to take it and just edit in commercials.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And don't ever pause it for them too.
Yeah.
Take the batteries out of the remote. No, you can't pause. You can't skip the intros either.
Oh my God.
Is this a commercial for your podcast, Dad? He's like,
yeah. It's funny.
I made all of the commercials, and they're twice as long as the ones I had to deal with.
It's funny you just said the skip the thing because Arcane, right? Great show, but I'm not a big Imagine Dragons fan, and I can't imagine if I was actually having to listen to that title sequence because it's okay. I'm sure it's a good song, but I couldn't get into that band, and the song is I don't know. Yeah. Trevor.
And they're in one of the episodes. They're in one of the episodes.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They show up for a second.
Yeah, they're they're like the band playing in one of the bars or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Well, I guess that's good. Maybe it's good marketing for them, right? Really good marketing.
The way that show uses music, is amazing. So
they did a great
even
job.
Though they were there, I'm not a fan of them, but it was a really great sequence. So
good.
That show's a 10. God, what a fucking good show. I've been gushing about that show for the last 3 episodes.
You know what's funny? It didn't I think it's having a word of mouth thing right now, and that's good because
the show made me cry, man.
That episode 3 was really good. That third episode.
How far are you, Dan?
I am, I think episode 4 or 5. They got older. And the last time we talked about it, I haven't watched any more just yet because we've been trying to catch up on other stuff.
Have you seen the kid with the white hair? The black kid with the white hair?
He was really short.
Yeah, when they're younger. Have you bumped into him when they're older? Yeah?
I don't think just yet.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think I'm at yet
I
either.
think I'm just waiting for that to happen. But yeah, you were mentioning that last time. I gotta watch some more.
Good show.
But it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
The hard part's I can't watch it without my wife. Otherwise, I'd be watching.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but we should get to it, guys. We should talk about Halo. We should talk about Halo.
Yeah.
We should talk about our first subject
Halo,
of the day.
Halo.
Yeah.
Our first subject of our Halo.
Yes,
pretty much.
We have three.
This is gonna be a very Halo focused episode. So even though we did talk a lot about Halo, and we're not gonna be more so like rehashing stuff we talked about, like complaints about the battle pass, but more so this game is going to be pretty much probably a staple going forward in this podcast, because this is one, a franchise we love, and two, it is a live service game, so events are going to be happening, changes are going to be happening, and we're definitely going to be talking about that going forward for sure. Halo Infinite continues to impress with its marketing campaign, dropping 3 fantastic trailers this week, live action and the in-game launch trailer. What do we think about these trailers? I particularly love both of them. The launch trailer was awesome.
Yeah.
It got me hyped. God, the detail in his armor and those close-up shots they showed, just like in that opening shot of the trailer.
That's all I could think too.
Yeah.
Right? And the live action trailer, just like going through history, showing people like coming to the Call of Duty and going above and beyond and putting their own life on the line for either saving somebody or fighting for what they believe in, or the shepherd fending off like the wolves and stuff, or like even just like the person testing out the forget the name of the slip space engine, but it's actually embedded into the lore and it's very lore accurate. I was watching Halo Canon on it. What
it's beautiful.
And then they did what I wanted, and then I said a couple weeks ago is I want a trailer where I see some action, I see a Spartan in action, and they show Master Chief just messing up some brutes. Oh, Halo marketing is back, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to add, like, I feel like since maybe 2003 or 2004, Microsoft's money that they put on the marketing team for Halo, like, I don't think anything's ever beaten it. The live action short films that's been like directed from like Neil Blomkamp and like various like video directors that are like on the rise. It's like nothing has beaten some of those short films. They feel like great, beautiful feature films in the making. They feel like trailers for a movie that could win like Best Picture. I even think about when I watched the Halo Reach trailer that was where you saw Kat just like running with this thing, and then you saw the old Noble 6 and he's like just throwing this nuclear. It's just that level. It's just beautiful. And
but don't you love how that like Noble 6 trailer was like the little prequel to the game?
Oh yeah.
Like how awesome was that? And just like those like little trailers on how his armor was getting made.
Mm-hmm.
Those little snippets of finding out like the little stories of how they got the shield. I'm curious. I listened recently to an interview with Joseph Staten with Ryan McCaffrey on their Unfiltered podcast, and I'm curious if the marketing went down the more, because it's plain as day. It's a very like serve, like marketing, stand up for what you believe in, fight for a better tomorrow, and
become Master Chief.
Yeah, and very like military focus, like helping.
Yeah.
And Joseph Staten is very much in that world. He very much has respect for that I think he was saying he almost worked for the CIA or something like that.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of respect for people who serve in the military, who serve in just any kind of role like that, nurses, people who put their self out there to help other people. And I'm curious if, because he's kind of at the forefront of the game now, if he kind of went back and said, this is kind of what we did back in Halo 3's time. Like that's what was successful for them. And I'm curious if he had any
input on this,
or influence on that.
I just want to add that I'm really happy to see him back as well, because like, when I was a kid, I used to watch all those like Halo vlogs or all those like Bungie Day stuff, and I used to look forward to this guy, and I'm glad that he's back and he's staying put. That was the thing.
That's what I got out of that interview too.
But just going back from the the marketing trailers, it's just getting me back into Halo. You know what I mean? I really feel like Halo's back, and it's here to stay this time. It's not going to fade away, which it kind of often does. Like, felt like Halo 5, we forgot it. Halo 4, we forgot it. Halo Reach maybe had like a year, maybe, of stuff, but like this one looks like it's here to stay. I don't know. What about you? What do you guys think? Yeah.
Well, I love the tagline "Become," right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
it's awesome. Like you were saying, Josh. Like it's like motivational posters. Like they just it's just, it makes you feel awesome about it, and it's really to the core of a lot of like Halo's lore and everything too. Is like it's a military-esque campaign that you're going on, and like it's all for the UNSC because it's the humanities government and everything, or governing body that's trying to just survive now that they've discovered that, there was way more out here than just us.
Oh yeah, and that was the best thing about the original Halo.
Yeah,
like, remember, and like we have the privilege of, we played that for the first time as kids, and seeing an alien for the first time there, and then actually being on an alien world, it felt. I think it was because the alien world, you could see it go up like the Halo, and you could see it on the horizon just like go up.
It wasn't just the terrain's different. You could actually see like you're on a ring, and like that's not even how a planet's supposed to be shaped. That's how alien this world is.
Yeah, it just feels weird. Yeah. So, and then you're on the tip of the ring.
Exactly, and now it's that, but more fleshed out, and some shots from especially the launch trailer with gameplay, and we can see it in the multiplayer. The graphics are so they're they have incredibly high textured, and they're super detailed, but they're super clean. There's just this sharpness to the game. It feels like it's the most I don't know, like HD game I've played. It sounds so stupid, but there is a shot in the trailer where he's in the Wasp and he jumps out of it, and it's like a nice wide shot of a base. He's jumping and he shoots the rocket, but everything in that shot is so crystally, it's so sharp, so clear. The game that year definitely did wonders for them. Wonders.
Yep. It's even funny, like, even to the detail they went into in the live action series they're making, just showing off the armor and everything. The game almost looks more real than the live action version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His armor's more detailed, and it just looks more like I don't know if they shot the video game in 8K and the TV show in 4K or what, but
yeah, he looks great. His visor looks amazing. He's the best Master Chief has ever looked. And thinking back to Halo 4 and 5, all textures, they look great, but there's always just that slight
coloring.
Something. Everything looks so sharp and perfect on.
Yeah. There's also no dark tilt going on if I may say, ever since like Halo 5, it had this weird dark tilt towards Master Chief, and I was like, I want that hope and optimism look for Master Chief.
Yeah,
just a little brighter, yeah.
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 And maybe they they definitely got it right this time. I'm so happy for
They
it.
did a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. But
makes me hyped for the show still.
Yeah.
Like all this live action marketing gets me so hyped for the show.
I think the show's gonna be good. I think the show will be good. I feel like it's gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna be the greatest.
I think it's going to help introduce more lore to a lot of people and everything that haven't read the books or haven't gotten super into the older games or something for whatever reason. I think it's going to bring a lot more information and updates for them.
That's true.
I wonder how it's going to be distributed in Canada.
Maybe it's going to be on Crave. I feel like it's going to be on Crave.
It'll probably be on Crave, yeah.
Yeah. It just feels like
better have it on something because I'm still waiting for like DC Universe and stuff.
That was like, you can clearly tell like somebody screwed up on that one. Like, you know what I mean?
I was promised this like 3 years ago.
Yeah. Somebody really screwed up on that one, on that streaming service.
I was like, all right, we renamed it and everything, but it's still not coming out there.
Yeah. I don't even...
I'd like HBO Max, like...
Yeah.
Like
HBO Max, there's a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how are you going to compete with Netflix if you're not even going to come outside of the States?
But what server towers are they? Sorry, go ahead.
I know you guys are jealous of our beaver tails and our maple syrup and everything, but like, come on, you gotta share. We'll share with you.
Honestly, who wouldn't be jealous of maple syrup? Have you tasted maple syrup the rest of the world? It's delicious.
It is delicious, actually.
Delicious.
Yeah. Just don't put it in pasta like you elves do in that movie. I don't know if you guys ever watched Elf. That was gross. Yeah. Spaghetti and pasta. Sorry, spaghetti and maple syrup.
Elf is a great movie.
It was a great Christmas movie. Yes, the show. I'm sure the show will be good. And just going back, I think the trailers are going to go look good right now. But let's kind of spin this and talk about Halo Infinite right now with this beta. Obviously, pretty soon, this game's going to have a full launch for the multiplayer. But we should get back and talk about this progression system, even though, it's had a bit of a Band-Aid. But, Josh, tell it like it is. What's going on?
Halo Infinite has improved their progression system this week with increasing the XP gain for playing about 7 matches. So first game you get 300 XP. So basically at the end of every match you always get guaranteed XP. So every day it resets, it looks like. So your first game of the day will give you 300 XP. Second game, 200 XP. Third game, another 200. Fourth, 100. Fifth, 100 again. And then sixth, 100 again. And seventh, 50. And then it will continue to be 50 from there. So at least with that, you are guaranteed a full level from 7 games. And it also is a good moment to use your XP boost because you have a guaranteed hour where you're going to be getting a pretty substantial amount of XP. So it's definitely increasing your XP gain, which is really nice. But it's definitely a bandage for a bigger problem that we have discussed where, it should be based off of what you do in the game. And that's how the XP should be divvied out. I feel like at the end, it's kind of like that participation award, every fucking kid gets a participation award, even though you lost and like, losing is not necessarily a bad thing. Like learning that, at least when I was growing up, I lost things and I won things and I felt good about things, but those were all learning experience. And I feel like even if you win or lose, here's your XP, you did a good job. They are clearly listening. They are one of the few companies who I feel are listening, and they are definitely kind of probably like readdress this whole system in the next season for sure. But
Yeah.
what do you guys think about the kind of little boost we're getting right now?
I think it's a nice little boost. I mean, yeah, it's not perfect, but they're going to probably attract some more players this way too, because a lot of the players who are starting out and aren't as good and everything will at least be able to like progress a lot more, and you get a little more incentive to play the game, I guess, is what they were going for. I can understand that, and like, yeah, I think they just need to at least add in like some more skill-based awards. It's not just like, okay, here's a challenge, you swap it out for something easier if you don't want to do that. And like that's kind of what I found like I've been doing a little more, and like the more challenging ones are like I want to do them, but
they take too long.
How do you expect me to like I had one just for doing oddball match. And like we played a buttload of games and everything, and it was like, okay, just none of them turned out to be oddball. So like how do I accomplish that with any sort of ease?
Yeah.
Like if there were more skill-based or something, or they add more skill-based challenges in there, I'm kind of surprised there's only 5 at a time even.
Yeah.
So, and the nice thing about Halo is the medal system. Like we were saying before, it should be based off the medal system. Every medal should have XP value to it.
Yeah.
Like if you get the ninja medal, XP, boom. Like you're literally recording everything already with your medal system. Give me XP for those at least, because you get medals for returning the flag, capturing the flag, you know? If a capture the flag gives you maybe like maybe value it from like 2 so it stays at like even numbers. So like maybe some are valued at 4 and maybe some are valued at 6. And maybe if it's a really hard medal to get, you get 10 experience points for it. So I feel like there's something right there in front of them already. Just
I found there's an amazing amount of me just like like as soon as I'm staring at that like challenge before I get into the match, and then I get in and it's out of my head. It's like I totally forget I'm supposed to be doing it. It was like I had just like a pistol one, and it took me like 3 matches to actually remember that, I need to actually make sure I'm killing people with that every time. And then, like we were talking about before, it's just a bunch of people running around trying to do challenges to actually level up instead of trying to play the game.
Yeah. And that's what makes the game fun, is just playing the game, because the game is so reactionary. It's this emergent gameplay, these things where like, if I do this and this, will it work? And it ends up working. Like any time in any video game, you're like, if I can do this in combination with this, will this result end up being like that? And it works. That's a fucking good game right there.
Yeah.
Well, it's even like there's mini games kind of introduced in the game and everything, but it's like they're a part of the gameplay instead of it just being some challenge you need to complete to level up. Like I liked the addition of the safes or whatever in the one level, where you have to go and set up like a hack and protect that hack until it completes to go in there. And it's like I found I was starting to be ambushed by people who have been waiting around and kind of carefully watching and waiting for it to open up the door just so they can come after me and fight me for it.
Man, did you see Kotaku, the way they titled the article? I think it was Kotaku.
Yeah, it's the battle pass is fine. Yeah.
No, not the battle pass is fine. To the loot cave, they called it a loot box, and it's like how to open Halo Infinite's loot box. And I'm just like, bro, you guys are so fishing for clicks. Like,
yeah.
This is brutal.
If I can add, because like obviously I'm at like level 31 and I've been grinding like crazy. I just feel like the players who are playing for more than 2 hours a day, those players are gonna fall off with this rate. This is a good band-aid solution, but I was just looking at my head and going like, man, if I had no other games to play, like if I had other games to play, I'd be playing that right now. I just know for a fact I'd be like, and the problem is it's just so addictive, everything that you guys are saying.
But I think you'd be into the campaign. You'd probably be playing the campaign.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
point.
That's true. I
But
think
you know what? I think once the game launches, I think they're going to be showing off a roadmap soon.
Yeah, I
Of
see
how
that
things
too.
will be going. Yeah.
Yeah, I see those changes incoming, and I think it's Josh. You were just saying this, like 343 wants you to say this because I think the problem is there's somebody head up that's making these calls, and it's probably not the design lead or Joe Staten. And I know people are gonna like say Phil Spencer. It's like it's not those folks. There's somebody an executive that's like in charge of like how monetization either in Microsoft or in 343, and they're like this is and they're handing the charts because listen, like this is definitely a decision that like you can just tell from like Sketch saying there were some people that were disagreeing with this. You know what I mean? You can just tell that somebody's to blame and they need this type of feedback to be universal and to be said so that person could get fired. No, not get fired, but could actually like this is not right.
I've heard this theory going on. Basically, they put it out like this, and so basically the theory is 343 keeps on saying, we want your feedback. Keep on giving us the feedback, So they can essentially go up to these fucking idiots who made these decisions and be like, look at the fucking paper. No one's buying a goddamn helmet off us for $20. Like no one's gonna buy like this. You know what they should have done? I was watching this one YouTuber who was talking about the situation, and he was right. They should have. So that event that just happened, every item that is in that event should have been in a pack for $20.
Yeah.
Every single item. I would have bought that for $20. Like if they were like, oh, every single thing, like the stance, everything from that entire fractured event was in a thing for $25, I would have bought it like in 3 seconds.
Same.
Everyone would have fucking bought.
Yeah, exactly. There's like that's the thing. You can either sell a whole bunch of things at a small cost to make a large profit, or you can sell a few very expensive things. And if you're going for the few very expensive things, like you're targeting the wrong audience.
Yeah.
Also, he made another good point that you shouldn't be selling stuff on the store for $20 that is like an established Halo armor already. You should only be selling stuff in the store that is like brand new to the franchise. Crazy stuff that will essentially guarantee to sell, stuff that's worth our time.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
Yeah. It just feels
like the samurai event, like that armor like that in a full set like that has never been in the game, he was saying. And that's a great example where if everything from that event was there, I would have bought that in like a second. I would have been like, oh, $20. I get all that, all the armor, all the like little knickknacks and stuff.
That'd be a sweet start out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I would always
and now they're and that's the thing for people like me, where I bought the battle pass already, and you're not going to get another freaking dime out of me. But if you did something like that, where I'm like, I'm a buy that because it's such a good value, easy. Yeah. But when you're like, here's an armor coating and a helmet, fuck you.
Yeah,
like that's insulting.
Yeah.
That's insulting. Like, that's insulting to the value of my money, to my hard work to earn that money.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's funny you just said that, but I also think about like the younger generation who are exposed to this. Like they're being like fucking,
conditioned to think that that's the deal.
Like that's I have.
This is not an NFT, This is not something I can trade and get money back for it. This is something
that's just it. Like, okay, even right there. Like, if you wanted to sell like NFTs, like one-offs of like a armor coating or something for like 20, 30 bucks even, like okay,
I could sell that after the fact. Could be another story right there.
Yeah, but no. Selling like a sword or a helmet and like one armor coating for like $20. I'm like, I don't have money for that. No,
Yeah.
no way.
Man. That's insane.
Yeah.
A
But
whole
yeah.
armor set and everything. I could argue with my wife that has
Yeah.
some value to me.
Yeah, exactly.
I
They
can't
gave me
argue
3
one way.
helmets, like
Yeah.
5 different armor coatings, a couple stands, and
Yeah.
like a full like set. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I bought that for $20.
Speaking of pricing, did you hear about the other? There's one more theory. Is that originally there was like a leak about like a year ago where like armor coating or all these things was like they would be like averaging $5, and people were like getting pissed off. But now the pricing is 20. Do you think that they're gonna like their theory is that when like 343 fixes it back to $5, everybody's gonna be like happy that it's $5.
No.
Like, they were, like I kind of feel like that is some dishonest shit right there.
Armor coatings should never be sold as a one. Well, it should work for all armor, so they need to fix that.
That's yeah.
Armor coatings should never be sold as a one-off. It should always be an armor coating pack, in my opinion, where you get a pack for $5 of 5 armor coatings or something like that.
Yeah.
It should never be one by itself, ever.
It's funny that you just said that, Josh, because I got that Willow T from last week's armor coating. It only works for one armor, and I was like, man, I worked nonstop to get the samurai outfit, and then I got the samurai thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, that armor coating that you get for the week, yeah,
doesn't work on it.
Doesn't work on it.
Come on, like.
I was disappointed in that too. Like I unlocked one even just early on, and it was like, oh yeah, no, I can only use this on this specific suit of armor. So,
like I was saying,
else.
I've never played a game that gets things so right. Like the game is so right.
So good. Yeah.
But this
it just frustrates me. Yeah. Like all I want to do is make my guy look how I want him to look. Yeah. And like you're restricting that so hard.
Yeah.
I know. And it's annoying because like Halo Reach, like you have old Halo games. You have your examples there. Like it's all there.
Yeah.
God, you're being greedy though.
Yeah. Well, maybe they can give us some monthly rewards to kind of just feel us a little bit happy at the moment until
it like
I did flash up there a little bit by accident.
Sorry, Josh, you were about to say something.
Go ahead.
Well, I guess because the game is a full price game, I'm thinking about like how Forza monetizes.
Yeah.
I'm just like, but I guess because Halo is a free to play. We can talk about that all day.
That's true.
Let's talk about some free stuff. Us spoiled Game Pass Unlimited subscribers.
Look at that.
From Halo Infinite as well. So at least we're getting some perks, even though the first one's kind of like crap in my opinion. It's just like a green gun. But you know what? I'm gonna rock it.
Green gun. I'll take the green gun.
I'll take a free skin. At least the skins for the guns are universal.
I guess
it's universal on every
UNSC
right?
gun. Okay.
I guess I don't know. But
free rewards, you really can't complain about too much. But
yeah.
Nice little color and everything, and mission swap and XP boost. XP boost, I don't mind. I could use that.
Yeah,
mission swaps is like them admitting that their mission system is garbage. They're like, here's a swap for our garbage mission system.
The challenge swap thing, I don't even want to talk about that anymore. Is this for Game Pass Ultimate, by the way? This is only for Game Pass Ultimate. Okay.
Well, perks are only for Ultimate users.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good for us. I think we're all Ultimate members anyway. And I don't know why I feel like you should be Ultimate unless you have a PC, But
I would have liked to see like a little
especially
dangle,
if you have a PC.
Like a little chain, like a little Game Pass.
Right?
What did they call it? Little keychain thing?
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Have for your guns?
I think it could be pretty awesome.
Of those.
Yeah, I do like those. I do like those. Yeah.
You get like a rotating code on it that you got to put in each week.
Yeah.
Just have it like in a little electronic one or something.
Yeah.
Oh man, it'd be so cool if they add like effects to, like in single player when you shoot the grunts and their heads explode with confetti and it goes yay. It'd be so cool if they added different sound effects for when you get the headshots instead of it just being like a click 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 like noise, like a little click noise, or like confetti comes out, or like sparks comes out of like people's heads or something like that. It'd be really funny.
That would be pretty awesome. That would be pretty awesome. Oh,
yeah.
Oh well.
That's always my favorite skull to put on.
Yeah.
That's why I get so upset with Halo at the same time.
I know. It's like a love and hate thing sometimes I have with Halo.
Relationship right
It's so good and so bad.
Yeah. I don't know why. I hate the fact that I have like a love and hate thing with this thing, because like I'll kind of get mad at it and then like I'll turn off for like 40 minutes, eat, and then instead of like watching an episode of Arcane and resting, I'll play another round of Halo Infinite. And then complain to you guys and send a message about how much I hate the Battle Pass. And then, yeah, whichever.
That's fair.
Yeah. Is that all the Halo that we can talk about?
Yeah, I think that's it. Let's get our heads.
Let's be some more
an hour of
somewhere,
Halo. Yeah.
And I was gonna say let's take our heads out of the clouds, but let's put them in the cloud, right?
Good transition. Yeah.
It was a pretty bad transition.
No. Yeah. Why don't you give us a clarity boost on that one? That's terrible.
That's how you transition.
Why don't you give us some clarity on
Yeah. Josh, tell us what's going on.
Xbox Game Pass cloud streaming through Microsoft Edge browser has gotten a huge upgrade, something called Clarity Boost, and dramatically increases the image quality you see through toggling it on. So actually it's something you can actually toggle on and off. And man, from what I could just see from watching a video about it, just turning it on, it increases the resolution by so much. Wow. And I'm curious if this tech is going to be implemented into kind of like their whole backwards compatibility tech with, they call it Clarity Boost, but it's kind of like a little resolution boost. And it's really interesting seeing their cloud streaming, which I've been taking advantage of it a lot more because of my Wi-Fi 6 router. Dan, don't let them win. You will get that router. Don't let them win. Fuck them. Exactly.
Internet.
But seriously, I have some issues with it on my Wi-Fi, but hoping that I can get one of those.
Well, it seems like they're advancing that part of their business so much. Like every quarter, it seems like we're getting something a little better. Like we just got the 1080p 60 frames per second. Now all their servers are running natively off Xbox Series X's. Now we're getting an exclusive feature for cloud streaming of Clarity Boost. Like that just shows you right there that the faster your internet gets, the better this experience will get. But this thing will advance over time, where hardware you buy stays the same, and then you got to upgrade the hardware. We're literally watching this thing advance in front of us in real time, quarter by quarter, and get better. And that's exciting to see, because at a certain point, we're not going to be buying consoles. Like it might not be 10 years from now. But there will be a point where our internet's just good enough that we just don't need the native machine there. I think, honestly, I think that's how the metaverse is going to become a thing. With this whole like AR glasses, it's not going to be about any of the hardware in there. It's going to be about the 5G chip you have in there and how good of a connection you have to stream in stuff from a cloud server. Like xCloud. So
how long is it going to be until we can have VR Halo?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh, serious.
Yeah.
But
VR
is such a such an interesting place. I'm starting to do some research on even this whole like sandbox thing, and buying like virtual land, and developing NFTs and interesting stuff like that. But the cloud is going to be a huge part of that, though. And
do you think that you're gonna see some like cloud exclusive games that's really gonna take this front, and then that's when people are gonna more chime in with like Game Pass Cloud once like Microsoft reveals all the cooler cloud stuff that they're working on, because they are working on cloud specific games, but it has been talked about. But do you feel like that's when people are gonna really chime in? Because I always feel like this story is kind of like lost in the fold sometimes. You know what I mean?
I think we already heard a huge story about it recently, Andrew. The whole Sega partnership with Microsoft. They keep on talking about this game called Super Game.
Yeah.
And I've heard some people talk about it like, oh, it sounds like it's going to be a platform for like all their games. Actually, I don't think it's going to be that at all. I think it's going to be a metaverse.
Yeah.
Like we see with like the Sandbox, where companies can buy plots of land, and they are somehow going to integrate all their properties into this world that you will essentially like almost live in, like almost like a theme park in itself.
Yeah.
So that's what I think, and they're going to be heavily using the cloud for that.
Yes.
And like clarity boost. Yeah.
But I want to see it. The only problem is I want to see this cloud-focused game that they keep kind of like talking about, all these cloud.
I think 1 versus 100 will be the first one.
Yeah. That's probably going to be announced pretty soon, if I'm going to be honest.
I think that will be one Game Pass only game.
Yeah.
I don't think that will be playable for anyone who doesn't have Game Pass.
Yeah.
I think that game, they will also have a standalone streaming tier by that point, so people can play it on their phones and enjoy it.
Yeah, great idea.
I think 1 versus 100 will be that game, Andrew.
I hope so.
I think they have to do that.
I would put money on that, to be honest.
Ooh. I keep hearing about these other games, like from, what is it, Oxide Games, like Microsoft is working on this, with this PC developer working on some other cloud-focused game. I keep hearing about Kim Swift, who did Portal. She's working on stuff. You know, I want to see these like AAA level games they're talking about. I'm not to knock on 1 versus 100, but
now the developer who did the Elder Scrolls Online, they're making a new MMO. And now that they're owned by Microsoft, they're like, okay, so we have Azure to work with. Okay, so that kind of changes the game there.
Right?
Yeah. I just want to see it.
I think that's just it. We're going to see a lot of development techniques and everything show up over the next couple of years and everything, and just like developmental wise, see how these streaming games run and how we're going to see improvements on it and everything. Like Stadia tried a little bit and didn't really quite take off as much as they were hoping, and xCloud's just kind of handing it to you. It's like, okay, you don't have to buy into us. It's like, take it.
Yeah.
And like, we're just going to keep making improvements on it because you're going to keep paying us for this anyways.
Yeah.
And so they get to develop it and make easier tools to actually make them work better.
Yeah.
Even think about this. Imagine if their cloud tech is the way they introduce VR into their console. They're like, okay, well, like we knew our hardware needed to be more powerful, even though the hardware is, in my opinion, it's more than capable, more than capable enough to do VR on its own. But VR just streamed to a headset from their cloud.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Yeah.
But I feel like that will be a point where things like Wi-Fi 6 will become like a requirement, you know? Certain standards will have to become a requirement. Like in PC gaming, pretty soon you'll probably see, you know, SSD required to play this game because it's doing the direct memory and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
The world is changing quick, especially in the metaverse. Like, you notice how, like, as soon as Facebook switched their name to Meta, there was all these companies kind of working towards that already, but things kind of just like took off. Like things are ramping up quick. And it's going to be
surprising
like
because
that.
COVID dealt a lot of it too.
Oh, yeah.
Just the needs from COVID just like pushed it. Yeah.
Well, it's dude, this new like Omicron variant. Like, are we ever gonna get back to normal? It's gonna get to the point where this virtual world that we are inevitably going towards is going to be the safest world where we can still interact and be humans to people, but not be worried about wearing a mask or, you know, getting a disease or just, you know, stuff like that.
That's true.
And, you know, the way climate is going, like, are we even going to be able to go outside in summer times because they're going to be so hot, or extreme weather, flooding? Like, the way the world is going, we are becoming an isolated species, but we still want to be a social species, and that's the only way for that. Like I say every week, my wife's upstairs right now, hanging out with her friends, even though her friends look like a gamut of anime characters, Master Chief, like a little no, but they're all real people and real stuff to them. So it's really interesting.
Ready Player One. Let's get on that.
It's the future. And
all right.
Has just ramped everything up. So
okay. Let's go to our last big subject of the day.
That's pretty fun. It's just a fun topic, you know?
Yeah, I was looking forward to it because usually every time I talk about it, I'm like, hey, this is kind of like our Oscars, but actually not really. It's also the Oscars, and it's also kind of like a mini E3 now with the reveals, right? The Game Awards. It's phenomenal. Josh.
So the Game Awards are next week, and with that comes huge amount of game reveals, extended looks at anticipated games, and celebrating our industry. So essentially what I wanted to do was just a couple of predictions from you guys, maybe 3 predictions of what you would want to see. Who do you think will win out of the games that are nominated for Game of the Year? I think it's Resident Evil, It Takes Two, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart. I think there's one other one, right?
Yeah.
What's it called? The one PlayStation exclusive that's coming up for us soon.
Deathloop.
Yeah, Deathloop. Yeah. That's it. I keep forgetting about that game. Like, which I'm looking forward to.
Play it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Next year, we'll have it.
I'm trying not to look too much into it because I want to play it.
Game Pass. We'll be on Game Pass, baby.
So I'm going to start with you, Andrew.
Me.
Yeah. Put you on the spot.
I think. Sorry.
What reveal? What surprise?
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see
next week? I think for what reveal or surprise, I think we're gonna get either like a gameplay demo of Fable for sure. Like, I think that's going to happen. I just feel like if that game's been made for like 4 years, I feel like that's got to show some gameplay now, right? If it's been worked on for 4 years, there's got to be some sort of thing. I also believe there's going to be a brand new IP from Microsoft that they're working on that we haven't heard of, and we're gonna get like some sort of like CGI trailer, like in the level of like, you know, Contraband or something, and it's either from, you know, In Exile or the We Happy Few developer, which I keep forgetting. I don't know what they're called again. Compulsion. I think that's it. Yeah. And then what is it?
What about non-Xbox?
Non-Xbox?
Yeah,
ooh,
maybe PlayStation.
I think PlayStation is going to double down on their JRPG stuff. So I think you're going to see that. Even though you've already heard the news, but I think that Chrono Cross stuff that they're talking about, they're going to do something that's going to, you know, like double down and say like, this is the next PlayStation exclusive or a timed exclusive for 2 years or something.
Please not Chrono Cross.
But I think it's going to be. Yeah, I think it's going to be some sort of JRPG, something more focused to that PlayStation hardcore audience, and I do definitely feel like it is something in that vein that like the Sony fans will be like, this is it. But can I also say one more about like my predictions of who's going to win?
Yeah, who do you think? Well, I was gonna say, who do you think is
Yeah.
going to win?
I think Psychonauts is actually going to get like going to sweep it. I secretly think Psychonauts is going to get the Psychonauts 2. I think it feels like it's not the biggest competition this year, but that might be just me. I might be completely wrong. But
I feel like
it's
it.
Psychonauts. That
I
or it,
won't
yes.
tell you
Yeah.
out of the two, I think, but
Yeah.
you can tell the two.
I think yours is going to be the same as mine.
Yeah.
It Takes
But-
Two or Psychonauts are probably the one.
Yeah.
But they both have two good creators attached to them. What's the name of the guy who did It Takes Two? The fuck the
Joseph.
Oscars guy? Joseph Ferris.
Ferris. Yeah. Joseph Ferris, or like it's like spelled. Yeah.
Yeah, it's French, right?
Yeah.
Also Tim Schafer. So
Yeah.
you have where like you think like Deathloop or Ratchet and Clank, like who's the director of those games?
Yeah. Sometimes
feel like
yeah.
Exactly. It's
Publicity
nice to
of it,
see,
yeah.
the creator's face towards it.
Yeah.
And I really wish companies would do that a lot more.
Yeah.
But
sorry to add again, but I feel like Tim Schafer is the guy that's really due, because like you hear, like he's been doing it for a long time, and he's had a lot of great games, but they were kind of like financial failures, right? So
I think he deserves a Game of the Year. I think
he deserves. Yeah.
Deserves the Game of the Year for sure. So
But yeah, that's me. That's all me in a jiffy. Yeah.
And man, you know what was surprising to see in the nominations and stuff was Cyberpunk 2077 as best RPG.
What?
Like, it's good. I enjoy it. But
really, I didn't realize
think
that.
take that one.
Yeah. Actually, what if it does get it?
It will.
That's true. The thing that pisses me off, I mean, obviously we already said it like a few weeks ago, but it's the Forza and also Halo Infinite, because I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Man. I hope.
I wanted to see Halo Infinite in there.
Yeah. But whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, for yourself. Some predictions.
I think we're going to see a Mario game announced with Chris Pratt voicing it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But he is voicing it in the new Mario movie or whatever, or Mario Brothers movie.
Or maybe see a trailer?
Yeah, maybe. We could. I think we'll probably see something on Senua's Saga, too.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we'll see a little bit more released on that. We'll get some actual gameplay and stuff.
Yeah, I hope we actually like get like a deep dive. Like, here's 5 minutes of gameplay, and it's the most next gen looking game you've ever seen. I want Xbox to come out with like their big dick energy there. You know, like this is
flop it out. You thought Gears of War looks good.
Oh yeah. I want them to essentially be like, there is no game announced at this time for consoles that looks better than this. So I'm
also kind of hoping to see a little more of the Gotham Knights and some Suicide Squad too. See just a little more info on that.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll actually release it.
Like proper gameplay. Yeah.
I think they'll probably have at least a decent-sized announcement for Starfield too.
Yeah,
because they've been releasing like little tidbits, kind of here and there, like leaving the trail. I'm like, this would be a perfect time to make a bigger reveal announcement and stuff, right?
So true.
Maybe like a gameplay trailer and actually like give a little bit of the storyline or something. So they were saying it's going to be much more based in science and a lot more like kind of grounded in that science instead of so much magic and everything that we're used to with all these Bethesda games.
Yeah, maybe our first splash of actual like gameplay. Like if it's a trailer, like they'll show like that 2 seconds of like, walking down the hallway shooting an alien or something like that, just so we have like just a smidgy of
or
something.
giving you like a little bit of like some quest line stuff or something. kind of have like a hint at what the storyline's going to be like we've been getting with Halo Infinite and everything.
Yeah,
man,
I think it'd be interesting to get some more info.
Imagine they showed like a whole conversation. Their conversation is just so much more dynamic and like almost like a Space Indiana Jones movie or something like that. That'd be so cool.
Yeah. That'll be amazing. That'll be so amazing. Yeah. What else, Dan?
I don't know. I think that's I'm sure there's more I could think of, but those were my picks there. I'm interested in Gotham Knights. I want to see more of that and see how the gameplay is going to be, see the co-op availability. Suicide Squad's going to be a whole different beast, but I think Gotham Knights is going to have a nice Arkham Knight feel with co-op and stuff.
Nice. Awesome. Josh, what's going on, baby? You're the one who said all this stuff. I'm like, what about you?
Well, it's been a very Halo-themed episode, so I'm going to say we are going to get a huge Halo Infinite trailer that is going to reveal the entire next year of Halo and what to expect. We're going to get reveals like Firefight. We're going to get reveals of what Forge is going to look like, what campaign will have. They're not going to talk anything about progression because that is clearly something they have no idea what they're doing about. But they are going to show the roadmap for Halo for the next year. It's just
like psych. We fixed it.
Yeah, but it's such good timing. Like the game comes out and then the awards, I think, are the next day.
Yeah.
So it just builds that
like a few days later. Yeah.
I also think we're going to see a full trailer for the Halo TV show.
Okay.
Yeah.
A proper trailer, not like just the back half of Master Chief in his armor. So I think we're going to see a proper TV show trailer for that. Because, the Game Awards always shows a little bit of entertainment stuff.
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
I think we're going to see Compulsion's game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we're going to see an actual... And I think it's going to be what everyone kind of hates. It's going to be that CGI trailer. It's not going to be any gameplay or anything, but I think based off of the leak that happened not too long ago, they are going to at least title this game, show the tone of it, and say 2023 or something like that. So those are, and my last one would be Kojima comes out on stage and announce that he's doing Silent Hills exclusively for PlayStation 5.
Really? So no Microsoft...
I don't think we're going to see that Microsoft game. I think that is way early in development. I feel like it's still being conceptualized. I feel like there is something he already had planned was that Silent Hill game. He already knew what he was going to do with that. And I feel like Sony wants it to happen. I feel like Konami wants it to happen. And I feel like that will be announced.
Wait,
not an
Xbox
thing.
Yeah. I know it's not an Xbox thing, but Kojima is not going to work with Konami again.
I don't think he's going to work with Konami. I think he's going to work with Sony.
Oh.
And Sony is going to work with
publish.
Konami.
Oh, okay. So there's like a 3. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I could see that. I could actually see that for sure. Yeah. We forgot one about.
I still think he's working on the Xbox thing, but I feel like that is going to be a bigger,
probably
broader project than
5-6 years away. Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like there is the tech and the cloud, the ideas and the opportunity to work in that space.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see that for a bit.
Okay. One game I just realized we weren't talking about, but it's coming sooner than we didn't, we don't realize this because I think it's at summer, but Redfall. I keep thinking about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
we might actually see gameplay of that.
Yeah, because that is sooner than later. Because I believe they said summer or probably end of summer or something like that. So I feel like that's probably going to happen. And then, yeah, we'll see. Maybe there's some more 2022 stuff. We'll just see. Secretly, I kind of want to see Gears 6, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's going to be like I think Microsoft might actually let that team like Coalition take their time this time. Like I could see
I don't think we'll see Gears until E3 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe like Game Awards next year. That's what I was gonna say. Maybe.
I feel like Gears is a E3.
Yeah.
They always do gear reveals at E3. Always.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I kind of feel like they got to release it soon. If like, what was it? The game came out at 2019. The last one.
I feel like it will come out at the end of 2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's too soon right now because I think like they've had enough of them right now that they want to leave a bit of a waiting period to really make people want it.
Good.
And there'll be a sweet Gears crossover with Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
We'll get some Gears armor. You know it.
Oh yeah.
That'll be good. That'll be good. Maybe it will be in Halo Infinite. Yeah.
Maybe like a little Locust keychain.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool. I actually kind of want a Doomslayer one.
We're gonna get awesome crossovers like that with Halo.
Yeah. Yeah. We should get like a Bethesda crossover.
Doom guy armor.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be pretty cool.
Armor.
And a sword. Get the demon sword.
Yeah.
Instead of the
that'd be a
sword.
cool skin. Yeah. On
Yeah.
the sword. Just
I keep forgetting about that team, by the way. I keep forgetting about, that publisher, Bethesda. Like, I keep forgetting about that. Oh, yeah, it's not just Microsoft. We also have another, internal, so.
I feel like id is not going to show their game until, id has such an opportunity to really just, they impressed with Doom 2016. Doom Eternal was just absolutely... might be, even though I played it this year, might be like my game, if not my game of the year still.
Yeah.
Because I played it this year. But they have a great opportunity to be like, hey, look, we've proven ourselves. We are maybe your best developer.
Yeah.
Just let them work. Just let them work.
Don't change a thing with those guys. Yeah.
Just let them work, and when they're ready and they want to show their next masterpiece, and if they're like, hey, we need a little more time or our budget needs to get a little bit, you give them every fucking penny they need.
Yeah.
So.
And, okay, I know we got to stop soon or whatever, but, I keep thinking about Machine Games and Wolfenstein 3. If that's going to be an exclusive or not. I don't know why.
Is it, are they just working on Indiana Jones?
But the thing is, it was supposed to be a trilogy, I think, and the what was it? The Two Sisters one was like a spin-off.
Yeah, that wasn't that great.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I hope they do something. Man, I hope Machine Games kind of goes back to
Riddick.
No, not so much Riddick. The first Darkness game.
Yeah,
I loved.
That was a great game.
Hub world, open world.
Yeah,
is kind of games they made. Oh,
that
first Darkness game was so cool.
Yeah, that would be in my top 10s for 360 games. That Darkness.
A lot of people said Batman Arkham Asylum kind of brought comic book title games back, or brought them they were quality. I'm like, man, no. The Darkness started it all, in my opinion.
Yeah,
the Darkness.
It was awesome. I ended up getting that for my computer too.
Yeah.
On Steam.
Yeah.
Oh man, Chronicles of Riddick too. They made such good games.
Yeah.
Chronicles of Riddick was such a I
remember playing the demo for that.
Yeah, but remember playing it as a kid, you're like, holy crap, I'm trading cigarettes in jail, where I'm getting to knife fights. I'm moving from different different blocks and stuff like that. Oh, so cool. What a cool game.
And it was an Xbox game that looked like a high-end PC game.
Oh, what a gorgeous game. Insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Nice.
All right.
Yeah. I'd say I feel like
I look forward to the Game Awards next week, so we'll have definitely a lot to say then. But it's getting late, boys.
Yeah.
Dan, I think you need to take us home.
Yeah. So don't you guys get to start that over again.
Dan, I think you need to take us home.
Yeah.
All right. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page. Hit that like button. Feel free to leave a comment down below. You can also find us audio only on Spotify, Google Podcast. Just look for Xbox North Podcast. We're also on Reddit, Instagram. Look up Xbox North Podcast. And for Twitter, at North Xbox.
Oof. That was great. Thank you, Daniel.
That's great, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
We'll see you.
Nighty night, y'all.
Have a good day, guys.
All right.